Hey there guys, how's it going? Welcome to another FM Drafting My Team stream. Been a little while, well, not that long compared to some of my other series since the last one. But yeah, it was nice to come back to this save and be reminded of the sea of green that is our results so far. So we'll do a quick recap of last time. We finished off pre-season with a couple of wins. Winning away at Southampton, Bruno Fernandes giving us the lead from the penalty spot. Sekou managed to pull one back, but Lautaro Martinez managed to get us win. And that's as close as we've come to not winning a match in the save. We then, I remember this only got arranged in the episode. We had a friendly with Real Sociedad, where they came to Old Trafford, and we managed to put them away in the first half thanks to goals from Romelu Lukaku and a midfield Mats Hummels. That experiment seemed to pay off. They didn't really cause us too many problems. Next up was a trip to Goodison Park in the Premier League. So I was anxious for this one because I knew all of the friendlies, well, maybe most of the friendlies were against opposition that we should really be beating. But in the Premier League, you just never know. I wasn't sure what kind of team would show up, but turns out a very good team showed up and we got a pretty comfortable win against Everton. Bruno Guimaraes was the provider for the first two goals, one for Martinez, one for Bruno Fernandes, and Paulo Dybala, I remember, scored a pretty good goal in the second half to seal that off. But if that was a test last episode, then this episode's going to be one heck of a ride. Because we welcome Chelsea to Stamford Bridge. Sorry, no, we welcome Chelsea to Old Trafford, not to their own stadium. That doesn't make sense. Then we go to the Emirates and take on Arsenal. And then after that, it's a Manchester derby. I guess kind of a Manchester derby, although Blizzard Gang has inherited all of Manchester United's properties, so they are still in Manchester. So Chelsea, Arsenal, and Man City are our next three fixtures. The good news is, after those three games, those three teams are out of the way for a while, but yeah, this should be probably be a difficult one, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so we are, league position doesn't really matter when everyone's on 3 points. But we're joint top, I guess. And our opponents Chelsea have managed to beat Tottenham 4-3 in a very entertaining match. Although I say that, it was 2-2 at half time. Then I guess Chelsea pulled away to 4-2 and Madison pulled it back to 4-3 to make it interesting. But Chelsea have started with a win too, so more reason to be wary of them. But we've got a good team. I believe in us. Okay, weekly staff meeting. Allow unfit players to feature. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've done that before. And a bunch of other coaches. Yeah, sorry Sergio Camelo, but there's no room for you. There is for everyone else. They keep telling me I need to register him, but can I do it? Alright. And there are the new coaches that we might or might not sign. Probably not. We're not doing transfers, so thank you. There will be a protocol for transfers, which I won't bother announcing unless we make it to Season 2. Nottingham Forest drawing with Aston Villa 2-2. Coming from behind twice. Sheffield United received takeover approach. Interesting. And Van Dijk made it into the team of the week. Surprised he's the only player given me 3-0 at Everton, but sure. No injuries, we'd like to see that. Alright, and we've got ourselves a new under-18s fitness coach. Ali Hamilton from Middlesbrough. Welcome to the team. Let's have a look at him. He was a Middlesbrough under-21 sports scientist, worked in Hull as well. Fair enough. Is there anything, if I Google him, will something interesting come up? Apparently there's an author with the same name. Brilliant. Fair enough. Champions League qualifiers, when obviously we're not in it. Galatasaray, nice. Good win there. Anything else cool? Braga knocked out by Servette. No, a Braga fan won't be happy with that. Yeah, everything else pretty standard. Rangers have had to score 2 goals in the last minute to knock out Sturm Graz. That would have been fun to watch, I'm sure. Alright, Maguire and Koulibaly still not fit. Along with Sterling, we'll give them some game time in the under-21s. Under-18 scientists, we're getting Matteo Brunelli from West Ham, and we're stealing Terry Boyle from Hull, be our under-18s coach. Matteo Brunelli, Italian, only 30 years old. Big motivator. He was a physio at West Ham and Stevenage before joining us. Quick Google search. It's the name of a footballer who plays for Prato in Serie D, who's also about 30 years old. So that's a very weird one there. Matteo Brunelli, West Ham. Alright, there you go. And also Terry Boyle from Hull. Okay, so this one's an ex-player. Played for Tottenham, Crystal Palace, Wimbledon, Cardiff, Swansea, a lot of clubs. Didn't do too much as a staff member before he joined Hull. But still interesting. I'm sure he'll have a Wikipedia page. 2 caps and a goal for Wales as well. He was a centre-back. Oh, hey Jamie. Welcome back, dude. How's it going? I'm just reading about this guy I've just signed, Terry Boyle. Scored in a winning over Republic of Ireland. Interesting. Cool. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Getting by. Okay, we're getting another under-18s coach then. Tom Harben from Barnsley. Ah, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's only Tuesday. So Tom Harben, he was a player as well. Barnsley and Bradford, probably the biggest clubs he played for. Worked in a lot of roles at Barnsley before joining us. Fair enough. The Wikipedia page says he's currently without a club. He retired a long time ago, mate. I don't think anyone's updated this. Fair enough. Alright, we'll cancel that one then. Galatasaray, Sparta Prague in the Champions League playoff. A chance for revenge for what happened in real life. Definitely. Oh, Modric injured. During a sprint session, groin strain out for 3 to 5 weeks. That's a bit of a problem. We'll leave it to the physio. We don't want to make it worse just to get him to play against Chelsea. We've got enough cover in that position. Okay, Bruno Guimaraes, well done. Casemiro, the worst. Doesn't sound like Casemiro. Two ends of the Brazilian spectrum, I suppose. Alright. I'll cancel those. Alright, next up. So we're at home to Chelsea. There's a North London derby on today as well. I'm guessing we'll find a result to that first. It's a Tottenham win. So they lost to Chelsea and beat Arsenal. So I guess they have similar fixture list to us because we play Chelsea, then Arsenal as well. Son were the only goal of the game though. Arsenal have already suffered a defeat. Not going to complain at that. We're not switching the formation because we're stuck with this one. Short passing, don't tackle harder. Remove, get stuck in. Okay. Let them come out a bit, I suppose. Alright, so changes from the win against Everton. Move Dybala back into attacking mid. And Lukaku will start up front with Bruno Fernandes. Right now. Dybala moves back to attacking mid. Lukaku starts and Kudus drops to the bench. So only one personnel change, but basically Lukaku for Kudus. Other than that, we'll keep the same team that beat Everton. Let's pick subs again. Yeah, Newell. Everyone except for Patterson, Modric and Camelo on the bench. Modric injured, of course. Camelo not registered, and Patterson's just the unfortunate odd one out. Alright, very good. Let's see what Chelsea are lining up with. So they've got Sanchez, James, Disasi, Thiago Silva, Chilwell, Andre, who must have just signed, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, Madueke, Mudryk, and Jackson, with Petrovic, Cucurella, Gallagher, Broja, Lavia, Matson, David Washington, Chukwuemeka, and Palmer on the bench. We didn't take any players from Chelsea, did? Oh yeah, we did. We took Raheem Sterling, who's on our bench. It doesn't look like they replaced him. So I guess advantage us. We'll find out. And they're playing basically a 4-3-3. And we kick off. Well, Chelsea kick off, rather. Let's see what happens. At home, I'd like to think we'll be okay. I say that as Nicholas Jackson's already bearing down on goal. We managed to force him out wide. And Dybala cuts that out nicely. Alright, Hummel's free kick, 1 minute in. Are we going to get a chance? That's a bit of a risky pass. Luckily, Bruno Fernandes managed to get it to a red shirt despite there being 3 players around him. Hummels to Lautaro. Fernandes to Kimmich. Had to resist the urge to call him Bruno because we have 2 of them now. Kimmich with a cross. Martinez or Lautaro. We also have 2 Martinez's. Lautaro's header straight at Sanchez, but first chance went to us at least. Kimmich with a throw. Lautaro to Dybala. Tonali to Hummels. Out wide, Cresswell in a bit of space. Not much support, but doesn't look like he needs it. Inside to Guimaraes. Back to Van Dijk. Bruno Guimaraes again. Looks for Lukaku and the header. Hits the crossbar, I think. Sanchez is able to gather it the second attempt. But there's a couple of chances coming. They're not big chances, but there are. And Dybala's going to take a free kick. So going to be another header, and this time Lukaku, who I have to remember is also playing against his old club, heads that just wide. So he'll have a point to prove. You know, Chelsea, one of the clubs that didn't exactly make him feel wanted. Brentford winning at Aston Villa, Bryant and Burma with the goal. Chelsea on the attack though now. Andre to Thiago Silva. Caicedo robbed by Guimaraes and Lukaku with a nice little ball there for Lautaro. Can Lautaro apply the finish? No, he can't. Sanchez with a save. But it is all us so far. We've got counter-attacking in us as well, which is nice. Fernandes with a corner. Header away by Disasi and then Madueke. Yeah. It's coming though, hopefully before half time. He changes to Premier League. I don't know why it's not showing that already. Justin Kluivert's given Bournemouth the lead at West Ham. Let's change this to league table. Right, James with a throw, gets it back from Enzo. Cresswell goes down, no foul. Madueke with a chance, and it's a good save by Martinez. I think it came off someone, maybe Van Dijk. James with the corner then. Hummels away. On by Bruno, Guimaraes, but it's still open for James. And Chilwell shoots, and Lautaro with a block. Bit of a good spell for Chelsea. My Man United save not too long ago. We got beaten by them pretty badly. Although we were, I think, was that game? Were we down to 10 men in that game? I can't remember why we lost so badly in that game. I'll probably remember it when I get back on the save. James and Thiago Silva have got yellows for them, which is good. Hummels plays the free kick short to Lautaro. And Lautaro making a run down the right. And Caicedo tackles him and clears, but Hummels able to bring it down. Kimmich goes for the ball into the box. It's fallen for Bruno Fernandes and forces a save from Sanchez. Difficult shot. Did well to hit the target, just a bit unlucky. It didn't go either side of him really. Dybala corner. Hummels, there it is. Mats Hummels heads us into the lead just before half time. And we have the goal we deserve, I think. And it's Mats Hummels who gets the header. His first goal for the club. Nice assist by Dybala as well. Alright, Van Dijk short to Cresswell. Back to Van Dijk. Cresswell again coming forward. Lukaku to Tonali. Dybala, Lautaro. I thought Sanchez probably could have caught that. We'll have a corner though. Alright, Paulo Dybala. Towards Lukaku this time, and there is Romelu Lukaku. Gets his goal against his former club. And, yeah, 2-0. Yeah, let's play for set pieces for sure, because apparently Chelsea do not know what to do from them. 3 minutes of added time, and Bruno Fernandes has intercepted the ball pretty much straight from kickoff, and we might be looking for a third goal here. Cresswell, oh, that's a bad pass, and Caicedo bring it forward for Chelsea. Plays it behind Mudryk, which gives our team a bit of time to recover. However, he gets it back from Chilwell. Mudryk cuts inside, and Kimmich gets it away. I think there was a blocked shot in there, so I think the highlight will probably end. No? Okay. Well, James plays it back to Sanchez then. Disasi to Chilwell. Back to Thiago Silva. Andre. Disasi, Chilwell. Over to James. Madueke beats Cresswell. That's one weak point we have at left back. Madueke back to James. James to Caicedo, but Martinez makes a save. Good one, Emmy. Alright, Chilwell with a corner. Be nice to see out of a half at 2-0. Hummels and Cresswell away. And it should be half time. Brilliant. I was worried heading into half time at 0-0, but 2 quick goals from Hummels and Lukaku have definitely filled me with ease. And yeah, I'm happy with that first half performance. I mean, you can't stop a team like Chelsea from having any chances, but I feel like we restricted them pretty well while being very threatening ourselves. Good. Another ball given away by Cresswell. Let's hope he'll make this pass. He does. Guimaraes to Tonali, but he gives it away to Caicedo. Those are starting to creep into our game a bit. We don't want to see that. Mudryk bringing it forward for Chelsea. Pulls it back to Chilwell, who is just being allowed room to shoot, and did that not get saved? Or did it hit the bar? I guess it hit the bar. Uh, 2-0 to Brentford. Jensen's doubled their lead. Here's Caicedo for Chelsea, but Bruno Fernandes does well to win it back. Lautaro does well to go around the outside. Thiago Silva with a good tackle. Not a penalty, unfortunately, but we keep going. Kimmich to Dybala. Bruno Guimaraes deflected. That might have been heading in. Chance still alive, maybe. Cresswell has a go. And Sanchez with the catch. So they brought on Broja for Jackson up top. Thiago Silva plays the free kick to Chilwell. And Thiago Silva to Andre, but Lautaro Martinez wins it back. We're doing well with that, winning the ball back in midfield. But there are these mistakes where, again, Cresswell has given the ball away. Madueke looking to come forward for Chelsea. James to Disasi. Back to Sanchez. Thiago Silva to Mudryk, who's been a bit of a threat. Him and Madueke have caused us some problems, but Bruno Guimaraes wins it back. And Dybala's found Lukaku. Out to Kimmich. Kimmich buys his time. Lovely through ball. Chance for Dybala. He unselfishly plays it across to Lukaku for a tap-in. And it's a hat-trick of assists for Mr. Dybala, who's had a very unsung day at work where he's provided everything. And Lukaku gets another one against his old team. And I'm sure he'll be delighted with that, as am I. Diaby's got one back for Aston Villa against Brentford. We're top as it stands too. £100 million man Caicedo is replaced by Gallagher. Not much of a match for him today. And yeah, I certainly don't mind the rest of this match petering out. We'll give Lautaro a rest. We'll bring on Kudus for the last 15 minutes or so. They brought on Lavia and Palmer for Andre and Madueke. And Burmo scored again for Brentford to make it 3-1 against Aston Villa. See, Dries Mertens got injured for Wolves, that's a shame. Kimmich with a tight groin. We'll take him off and replace him with Mavropanos. Burnley lead against Wolves. Zeki Amdouni with that one. Royce can come on for Bruno Fernandes. Zaniolo's pulled one back for Aston Villa to make it 3-2. Chelsea are down to 10 because Lavia's injured and they don't have any replacements. And Aston Villa have salvaged a point, it seems, against Brentford. A late goal from Tielemans. 3-1 down to 3-3 in the last minute there. Here comes Tonali. Now Cresswell. Opens up for Cresswell, and how about that? I've laid into him a little bit today, but that's a brilliant strike by Aaron Cresswell. And we've battered Chelsea 4-0. And that's sweet revenge for the battering they gave me on my Man United save. So thank you very much. And just waiting for that final whistle. And there it is, Blizzard Gang 4, Chelsea 0. And the brilliant start to the season continues, still yet to concede, scoring goals for fun. Romelu Lukaku having a great day. Paulo Dybala an even better one, 3 assists for him. Hummels on the score sheet, Cresswell on the score sheet. Yeah, there's not much to complain about at all. On to Arsenal. Elsewhere, yeah, results pretty much stayed the same. So we joint top with Bournemouth for now. Well, we're ahead on goal difference. Brighton, City and Liverpool could potentially catch up as well. I'm sure Pochettino will be disappointed. Kimmich, 1 to 2 days of a tight groin is not a problem. That was Lukaku's debut as well, I didn't even realise. Mavropanos as well made his debut, coming off the bench. Ferus. And Dybala, very good performance. Lukaku, very good debut. And we move. Let's see, Sheffield United 1, Forest 1. And Liverpool drawing with Crystal Palace. That's a good result for us. Oh, Brighton signed Zeki Celik. That's an interesting one. Apparently we want Sasha Bowie. Love the guy in real life, but they're not signing anyone. Alright. More fixtures. What are we saying? Man City to lose? Romagnoli with the only goal as they win at Fulham. Everton put 3 past Luton, so they're up to -7 points. Sorry, Everton fans, you're not getting the 4 points back in this save like you just did in real life. But who knows, you might still survive. Okay, until it fits. Newell, Patterson, Mavropanos, Koulibaly, Sterling, and Canelo. Fair enough. Staff meeting. Keep telling me to do this. Casemiro feels okay. A lot of people are unhappy at the lack of depth at left back. Come on, man, give Aaron Cresswell some respect. He just sent one top bins. Well, that's going to be a problem because we're not signing anyone until next season. Alright, let's try again. No Camelo. Potential staff. Coach called Rodri. If he's anything like the player, then that would be a very good signing for us. Brighton v Newcastle. It's a 3-1 to Brighton coming from behind to win that one. So they're joint top of us, but we still edge them 1 goal difference. Hummels, Dybala and Lukaku team of the week. Nice. Alright, under 21s versus Brighton. Let's have a look at this one. As we got some first team players in the cup. Sort of Brighton, to be fair. Camelo finding Thomas, but I think he was offside. Yeah, he was indeed. Camelo shot blocked. Tell there wasn't very great highlights in this one. In fact, what they're showing us. A long shot from Hinshelwood goes miles over the bar. And a nice volley from Shushane. Is that his name? I don't know. It's close though. Hudson with a cross to Camelo, and Camelo heads us in the lead At the very least, he can bang in some goals for the under-21s if he's not going to be in the team. Buonanote's cross and Samuel's equalising there for Brighton. And O'Mahony's shot, good save by Nuba. Patterson corner. And headed in by Mavropanos. Good leap there. Good delivery as well from Patterson. And we actually won. Had enough first team players in there to make up for all the grayed out normals. Fernandez, tight hamstring, 1 to 3 days. Doubt for the Arsenal game. Hopefully he'll make it. Nice, Galatasaray beat Sparta Prague 3-0 at home. They shouldn't give that up, right? Some other interesting results there too. Antwerp, Dinamo Zagreb, Ferencvaros might be getting in ahead of AEK Athens. Oh man, Kerem turned down Galatasaray's offer of a new contract. That's a shame. Rodri staying at Aston Villa. Don't have any room. Coach. That's not good. Lukaku pulled ankle ligaments. He's out for 10 to 13 days. Not the worst injury in the world. But with the fixtures we've got, he's going to miss 2 very key games. Especially on the form he showed against Chelsea. Arsenal are the favourites to win. Did we take any players from Arsenal? I don't think we did. Recruitment meeting, sure. Yeah, we're not signing anyone. So, sorry to waste all of your times. Taro, very good training. Sterling, so much. Sure, he wouldn't have enjoyed being left on the bench against Chelsea. Maguire, Koulibaly and Royce still not match fit, so they can play for the under-21s. And yeah, we've got Arsenal in the 5:30 kickoff. See how that one goes. So Wolves have beaten West Ham. Dawson with a winner against his old team. Bournemouth still 100% record, beating Palace. Brentford 2, Forest 2. Chelsea 1 against Luton. Everton put 4 past Brighton. Ericsson and Anthony scoring 3 of the goals combined. Glad Everton are getting some points on the board, I guess. Fulham 1. City beat Tottenham 3-0. Yeah, they're going to be our biggest problem, probably. Let's not discount Arsenal. Let's go for tackle harder. Let's not change our formation like it keeps begging us to. Alright, so 1 enforced change then. Bruno Fernandes is going to be fit enough to play this game, which is good news. But yeah, Lukaku's injury means that Dybala is going to move up front and Kudus will start in his place in attacking midfield. Bruno, he recovered well. Lukaku has 5 to 11 more days. Sure, should have been less than that, but it is what it is. Yeah, and everyone else who's available is on the bench. So Arsenal got Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu, Partey, Odegaard, Rice, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus, with Raya, Kiwi or Havertz, Nketiah, Vieira, Cedric, Trossard, Jorginho, and Nelson on the bench. So they didn't take any of Man United's discarded players either, by the looks of it. We don't have any ex-Arsenal players in our team, do we? Mavropanos, I think, was an Arsenal youth player, so maybe one. I'll check that in a minute. Yep, I'm correct. He did play a few games for Arsenal. But here we go at the Emirates. Can we keep our 100% record up? This will be the most difficult game of the season until we face Man City in the next match. And away we go. Wearing the green and white kits as well. Hopefully that doesn't give us bad luck like they usually do. That's a rubbish pass by Tonali. Giving the ball to Bukayo Saka is not advisable. And Martinelli cuts it back to Declan Rice, and what a save that is by Emi Martinez. And less than a minute in, Arsenal already coming close to taking the lead. We've got to watch out for them. Don't know how good they're supposed to be on Football Manager, but probably better than previous ones given how they finished last season in second. So Gabriel heads Odegaard's corner over as well. Couple of early chances given away. Cresswell with a throw. Guimaraes to Tonali. That was a risky one, but it did find Kimmich, and Bruno Fernandes ends up taking the shot. That one is over the bar. Alright, Lautaro tries to get away, but Ben White manages to just about get a tackle in, and Arsenal might try and hit us on the break with Gabriel Martinelli. Goes back to Gabriel. Now Partey. Ramsdale. Over to Saliba. Now Saka. Tomiyasu. Partey. Tomiyasu again. Martinelli back to Gabriel. Partey to White. Slow build up from Arsenal. Saliba finds Saka. Partey again to White. Now Rice. Martinelli to Jesus. Good football from Arsenal. Good save by Martinez, and flag stayed down. It wasn't offside. I thought it might have been, but another big chance missed for Arsenal, and we have Emi Martinez to thank for keeping our goal safe. He really wants to go the whole season without conceding, doesn't he? But the defence not giving him much of a chance of that. Odegaard's cross almost finds Declan Rice. We managed to get it away. Now Tomiyasu has it down the left. Tries to go back to Gabriel. Good pressure by Dybala. Odegaard free kick. Short to Martinelli. And Odegaard has it back. Now Rice to Partey, who's in a bit of space, and well, there goes our dream of going the whole season of the Premier League without conceding a goal. Thomas Partey had way too much time and space there and picks out the far corner. Yeah, it's not been a good game for us at all. And Arsenal deservedly lead. What have you got to say about that, guys? What have you got in your locker? Fancy coming back? No, another free kick for Arsenal. Short. Tomiyasu to Partey. Over to Ben White. White. Saka shoots. Over the bar. And Fernandez takes a free kick quickly to Kudus. Jesus blocks the shot for a corner. At least that's one highlight that went to us. I know Bruno had a shot that went over earlier as well, but it had been a while. Fernandez with the corner. Counting on Van Dijk to win more of those. Not this time though. Maybe he's secretly undercover. Bruno Guimaraes, lovely ball. Lautaro Martinez equalises for us. A bit against the run of play, but we take it. Nice finish there by the main man, Lautaro. And it's 1-1. Great ball as well, Bruno Guimaraes, it has to be said. Let's not give that away straight away. Arsenal already on another attack with Ben White. Over to Saka, Odegaard. Cross finds an unmarked Rice who somehow can't keep the header down. Should have been 2-1. But again, we get away with it. At least we're containing Arsenal. Let's stop fouling them because a lot of their chances are coming from free kicks. So let's dial back the tackling a bit, just as I say that. Giving them another free kick. Odegaard in there. Gabriel's header hits the crossbar. It didn't look like it was going in. It was one of those that hit the top of the crossbar. Never mind that. Rice has a shot blocked by Dybala. Arsenal continue to pepper our goal. Yeah. Alright. We survive. Can we make it to half time at 1-1? Yeah. Based on what's happening so far, 1-1 would not be the worst result in the world. Yeah, give the fans their money's worth. Guess the ones that came all the way to London or that live in London. Do your best, lads. If we could snatch a win here, I'd be delighted. But yeah, like I say, a draw wouldn't be awful at the Emirates. Oh no, Kimmich has gone to head that back to the keeper, and he's put Martinelli through instead. That's a huge mistake by Josh Kimmich. And Gabriel Martinelli puts Arsenal in front right at the start of the second half. That's poor, man. If you're not sure where to head it, just at least head the ball forwards. Well, you got some making up to do, Joshua. Now, Dybala's lost the ball to Martinelli. Here's Partey. Rice switches it to Saka, who's got plenty of space. Looks for Rice, Jesus, Martinelli in space again. Arsenal just tearing us apart at the moment. Cross finds Saka at the far post and he volleys it right into the top corner. And this match is starting to get very far away from us. 3-1 now. And looks like our first defeat is heading towards us very quickly. Dagnabbit. Yeah, Arsenal pretty good in FM, it turns out. Don't know how Tottenham managed to beat them. Yellow card for Guimaraes. Saka down the line for White. Arsenal not done with us. Back to Saliba. Over to White, looking for Saka. Header away by Cresswell. Odegaard though on to Saka. I think we've managed to crowd him out, and Cresswell clears it away. We're having to get Bruno Guimaraes to mark Saka because apparently Cresswell's not doing the job. Arsenal corner, Martinelli. And Gabriel heads that one over. Arsenal throw, Tomiyasu to Rice. Over to Gabriel. And back to Ramsdale. Saliba. I'd like to see at least a highlight from us in the second half. Come on, boys. You've got more pride than this. I hope. Ramsdale to Tomiyasu. Down the line, Martinelli, Jesus with the turn. Looks for Martinelli, who wins the header back to Partey. Not sure how that's happening. White to Saka, who's free once again and makes it 4-1. We just do not have an answer to this Arsenal team. Bukayo Saka scored yet another one. And yeah. Just as much as we battered Chelsea, we're being battered ourselves. Royce can come on for Bruno Fernandes. Odegaard free kick for Arsenal. Gabriel's header is over. I mean, Arsenal trying to get some more goals here. And now above us on goal difference because they've beaten us by so many goals. Five minutes of added time. Will take off Lautaro for Sterling. Give him a run out at least. White back to Saliba. Odegaard. Brought down by Bruno Guimaraes, and this is going to be a second yellow card. Bruno Guimaraes is sent off. And we're down to 10 men. They bring on Nelson and Nketiah for the two Gabriels. Martinelli and Jesus. And yeah. As if things couldn't get any worse, we're now down a man. Alright, you want to give me an induction? Thank you very much. I just want to move Tonali into the middle and just leave it like that. Don't really care. And that means we're going to be missing Guimaraes for Manchester Derby as well, which is particularly frustrating. Yeah, so we'll take our beating from Arsenal and hopefully the team will use it as a learning point. It's the first time this team has actually lost or even failed to win. So, yeah, humbling day for us. Joshua Kimmich had a big stinker. Fernandes didn't play well either. Cresswell and Van Dijk, not particularly good. Yeah, Saka and Martinelli definitely ran us ragged in that match. Poor results. But enough time in the season to make up for it. Alright, one match ban for Bruno Guimaraes, but of course it is for Manchester Derby. He's got himself a fine. And he's accepted it. Cool. On to the Manchester Derby then. Well, Newcastle beat Burnley 2-1. Lindelof and a Rashford penalty. Man, it is funny to see all the Manchester United players move around and them actually do well. Yep. Newcastle on 4 points though, not quite at our level yet. I'm sure Lukaku would have been a miss as well. 4-0 win for Galatasaray. Leo Dubois, who's on loan at Başakşehir from Galatasaray, getting sent off after 13 minutes. Nothing suspicious about that. Yeah. Liverpool v Aston Villa. More drop points for Liverpool would be lovely. And yeah, 4-0. Fair enough. They go above us as well. We're down to 5th for now. So go our under 21s against Blackburn with a couple of first team cameos. And Weston fires wide for Blackburn early on. And a chance for Bloxham. That's in ironic fashion, it is blocked. Just as Summerskill's rebound is. All Blackburn so far. Cross to the back post and then back across, and Montgomery with a finish for Blackburn to give them the lead. Well deserved, I suppose. Haddo's free kick. Goalkeeper saves, and somehow O'Grady Magan hits the rebound straight at him while he was on the floor. Harry Maguire taking a free kick. Did well to tee up Donovan there, but shot hits the crossbar. Now Harry Maguire taking a corner. Now I've seen it all. Was there really no one better? Another good long shot from Donlon, and again he hits the crossbar. Very unlucky lad. And Batty also hits the crossbar for Blackburn. Another Maguire special from the corner. This one finds Koulibaly and the crossbar's hit. I asked for the 3rd time in this match. And yeah, we lose. A bit unluckily, but it is what it is. Of course, Royce managed to get himself an injury. And he will be out for 2 months with a hip injury. So glad I tried to get him some fitness by playing him in the under 21s. Fantastic. Another weekly meeting. Again, they asked me to register Camelo. And they want us to bring in Craig Shakespeare. Probably end up cancelling that, but you know. Everton in takeover talks. Bojan Radovanovic. Don't know who that is. Yep, Saka, Martinelli in team of the week. No surprises there. So Modric, 5 to 10 days. He'll probably miss Manchester Derby as well. Royce, yeah, long term. Lukaku, 2 to 7 days. He has a chance. Probably won't be at full fitness though. Any surprises in the EFL Cup? mainly looking at Premier League teams. Chelsea needed penalties to beat Oxford. Burnley lost 3-0 to Huddersfield. Sheffield United knocked out by Leeds. Everton needing penalties to beat Salford. Tottenham needing penalties to beat Ipswich. That's pretty much it. Alright, Champions League qualifiers. Galatasaray sealing the deal, winning in Czechia as well. That's nice. Antwerp did make it through away as Dinamo Zagreb. Ferencváros made it to their groups. Yeah, so did Marseille. Don't think they did in real life. Pretty sure they didn't. Can you expect any business? There'll be no business of any kind. We are not signing anyone. Okay, unfit players, assemble. Alright, Carabao Cup, third round draw. How fast is this automatic draw going to be? Okay, fairly fast. We'll let it play out. Obviously, a team not in the Premier League and being at home is preferable. And we want other Premier League teams to face each other too. Wolves v Chelsea, alright. Tottenham, they get Charlton. Carlisle would have been nice. Newcastle are the lucky ones. Still a lot of big teams left. Liverpool, Arsenal, City. There goes City. We're at home, okay. Against Arsenal, of course. So we'll be rematching Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. Third round. Oh joy. At least we're at home. Hopefully it'll be different. But yeah, definitely not as good a draw as it could have been. It is what it is. If we get knocked out, then we can concentrate on other competitions. Ooh, Champions League draw is on as well. Let's see who we get. Of course, we're taking Man United's place in pot 2, I imagine. Yeah. Yeah. Just going through the pot 1 teams, there's nothing really to see here. Sevilla, Feyenoord, Benfica, probably the teams we'd want as our pot 1 opponents. Alright, pot 2. Dortmund, Barcelona, it's interesting. And City, that obviously can't be us. Inter, a rematch of the Champions League final, which you actually mentioned in the draw there. Porto with Napoli. Bayern and Atletico Madrid, so no Man United v Bayern match this year. Sevilla, this could be good. Yeah, Blizzard Gang with Sevilla. That's good. So bad luck in the Carabao Cup draw, but not bad in the Champions League. Arsenal with PSG. Benfica with Leipzig, which leaves Real Madrid to join Feyenoord's group. Unlucky lads. Alright, pot 3. Avoid AC Milan, I guess. Salzburg go into Group A. Man City's group, Crvena Zvezda, they'll be happy with that. Napoli, Porto, and Marseille. Could be a bit of a group of life, that one. Bayern, Atletico Madrid, and PSV. And who do we get? Lazio. Not terrible. We should be able to deal with Sevilla and Lazio. Shakhtar with PSG and Arsenal. Benfica, Leipzig, and AC Milan. Interesting group there. And Young Boys with Feyenoord and Real Madrid. Alright, pot 4. Lens and Real Sociedad. And I guess Galatasaray because I don't want to have to beat them. Other teams to avoid. Antwerp would have been nice, but they could have been Group A. Union Berlin and B. Newcastle, good. Napoli, Porto, and Marseille. That is a very interesting group. Celtic with Bayern, Atletico Madrid, and PSV. They'll probably going home. And with us, we get Lens. That's not ideal. So yeah, Lens, Sevilla, and who was the other team we got? Lazio, right. I mean, overall, it's a pretty good group. Like, we should be better than all of those teams. And there's the completed draw. So Galatasaray with PSG and Arsenal. I really hope they manage to knock one or both of those teams out of the Champions League. Benfica, Leipzig, AC Milan, Real Sociedad. Some pretty open groups in there, to be fair. Alright. Moving on. So I'm guessing, yeah, next episode we'll get into some Champions League games. That's the classic deadline day loading time. But yeah, we'll take part in the deadline day anyway, just to see if anything interesting happens. Here's your squad. Finalize. Yeah, we know what the squad will look like when we submit it. No one's coming in. And just to be sure, yep, sorry Sergio Camelo. It's not your day. Maybe he could go somewhere on loan, I guess. Bala well above average. Kimmich. Outlier a good thing. Looking at that graph, you'd say it was a good thing, but no, that's not the graph. It's exactly the same as this one. Yeah, you don't need to remind us about Martinelli. Kudus has developed a new trait, tries long-range passes. Alright, well, is he good at them? His passing's 14, so definitely not bad. Press conference on the Champions League draw, sure. We'll have him back very soon. Osimhen, not interested. Yep, that should be fun to go to Lazio. How do you rate the chance to an English winner? Only concerned about whether we win it. If I make a Man City's group. Just go for the. They are one of the best teams in the tournament. They are the reigning champs. Would you agree that Sevilla are your toughest opponents? They're good, but so is everyone. Can't afford to take anyone lightly. Alright, there's that. Let's see about the updates. More looking at done deals, really. And any big sums of money. Top spenders. Wow, Premier League didn't even crack the top 5 in this window. Although top 5 highest spending clubs includes us because we've literally just spent money on every single player technically. Am I hopeful of signing Joe Whitworth? I didn't even realise I wanted him. No. Not too confident considering I haven't offered for him. Alright, agents are in touch trying to sell that players to us, but we're not buying. Maguire out of the England squad. That's a shame, so. Yeah, Van Dijk, Fernandes, Lukaku, Sterling, Tonali, Modric. 2 Martinez's, Dybala, Patterson, and Mavropanos did get called up. Gallo to Tottenham. Here's Rice joining Tottenham as well by the looks of it. £15 million. Biggest deal so far. Szoboszlai, De Bruyne and Fati, players of the month. Young player Fati, Saka, Madueke. Goal of the month. Didn't make it. Did I get to top 3? No. I guess we did get pumped by Arsenal. I see we're being linked with goalkeepers, Guillaume Dietz from Metz as well. 9 Denke. I know that's German before anyone says anything. And funnily enough, Lazari on my previous version of his save was a very, very good player for me. Order pleased. Yeah, the loss to Arsenal, about the only bad thing they can say, right? Yeah, fans similarly pleased. Okay, anything else? And Ciso the Celtic on loan, wild. Did not expect that one. How's your business affect the club's short and long term strategies? I'm pleased. Wait, Aston Villa signed. No way, Aston Villa signed Richarlison from Tottenham. That's crazy. I did not expect that. Do you think the fee will put pressure on him to succeed? I'm not going to be toxic, even though I don't particularly like Richarlison in real life. I feel like, for me, that's a football manager. Probably wouldn't want to stir up a hornet's nest. Yep, there it is, Richarlison, done deal. New Jamal Musiala is being offered to us. Alright, under 21s versus Sunderland. Let's see how this one gets on. There's a Modric free kick that hits the post as he fights back from his injury. Good to see him on the pitch. We might need him in the absence of Bruno Guimaraes. Sunderland though take the lead through goal from Middlemass. So that's a name I've never heard before. Now Bennett with an E on the end of it as well. Why not? Burstow sends one flying past our goalkeeper and Sunderland 2-0 up. Cross comes in and Bennett with an E makes it 3-0 down. We're getting pumped. Already had to watch the first team do that against Arsenal. Modric cross though and put in by Peters for 3-1. Second half though. Cross comes in, headed in by Burstow 4-1 for Sunderland. Nice ball by Modric. And Thomas manages to find the net to make it 4-2. Cool. And Modric, seems to be the only person creating anything, gets his third assist with his corner headed in by Harry Maguire. A 4-3 loss. But a good performance from Modric is more important than the result. We can't do Galatasaray like that. Torreira can stay there. Altara very good in training. Emi Martinez though, not so good. Come on, man. You're the loudest guy in the house. Alright, anything else interesting? Porter to Tottenham, 25.5 million. They've spent a lot on this deadline day. Wanya Marcel Madivadua. Almost 10 million to Aston Villa, whoever he is. We get to see you make a permanent signing. I bet plans to do so. No. Categorical no. Alright, there we go. So we have the second highest wage expenditure in the league behind Man City. Wonder how that relates to Man United's wage total. I'd be curious to know that. Was that intentional? Yeah. I wasn't exactly tucked up in bed, but I wasn't involved in the deadline day craziness either. Sergio Camelo officially out of the squad. He's going to come to me unhappy now, isn't he? Anderson went to AC Milan as well. Been to Brighton on another save of mine. City favourites to win. Walker, Stones and Phillips and Akanji are out at least. Kudus and Koulibaly have been called up for Ghana and Senegal. But yeah, AFCON's going to be a thing as well this season, isn't it? So, that could be tricky. There's 2 players guaranteed missing already. In the meantime, let's see what happens in the rest of the Premier League. So Liverpool winning 2-0 at Forest. Everton have already managed to get to -1. I mean, they'd be above us in the table by now if they didn't have that points deduction. 3-1 winners at Burnley. Palace beating Wolves. Arsenal beating 10-man Luton 2-0. West Ham 1, Newcastle 1. They've got Mount as well. They got Lindelof, Mount and Rashford for free. It's pretty good business. Remember, it wasn't enough to beat West Ham. And Spurs managed to beat Fulham 1-0. Thanks to Kulusevski's goal. Alright, on to the Manchester derby then. We reached the game at last. If we beat them, we'll go above them, I'm pretty sure. I mean, if we beat them by 1 goal, we'll be tied on goal difference, but we could beat them by more than 1 goal, right? Okay, Modric and Lukaku don't seem to quite be fit. Fernandes and Kimmich, though, will make it. Sheffield United beat Brentford 1-0, getting their first win. Aston Villa currently 2-0 up against Bournemouth. Yeah, so Bournemouth looking like they're going to get their first loss. Lower line of engagement, so Haaland doesn't sprint behind us. Don't tackle harder so we don't get another red card. Cough, cough, Bruno. Let's not get stuck in this time. Alright, so changes then. Kimmich is going to move into the midfield to replace Bruno Guimaraes, and Nathan Patterson will start at right back. Dybala moves back into... In fact, Dybala and Kudus swap positions. So we're going to try Dybala at attacking mid and Kudus up top with Lautaro. Because we kind of nullified Dybala's creativity when we moved him up front in the last match. So let's see how he does. As an attacking mid. So we've got Nubel, Koulibaly, Sterling, Lukaku, Esgaio, Casemiro, Mavropanos, Maguire and Modric on the bench. They're the only players we can put on the bench, so we're just going to have to live with that. Let's go. City have got Edison, Akanji, Diaz, Guardiola, Ake, Rodri, Nunes, De Bruyne, Silva, Foden and Haaland. with Ortega, Romagnoli, Grealish, Alvarez, Kovacic, Luke Shaw, who of course was released by me before this, and a bunch of youngsters as well, Smith, Samuel, and a guy called Carrington. Interesting, is Man City's squad depth that thin, or are they just putting on youngsters because they think they're going to run away with this one and have the opportunity to bring them on? They've won their last 5 games, to be fair, so you can't really blame them for thinking they're going to win this one too. But at Cold Trafford, you never know. Come on, Kimmich. You need to be making up for what you did against Arsenal. Not with passes like that. Anyway, City throw, Akanji to Diaz. Over to Rodri. And Haaland, good tackle, Cresswell. Love to see that. Hummels to Van Dijk. Cresswell. Van Dijk again. Kimmich. Fernandes. Tonali. Good passing by us to get out of that. Dybala. Goes back to Van Dijk and gives that straight to Bernardo Silva. And City have got numbers forward here. Is Foden. Bruno Fernandes tackles, but Foden keeps going. And Foden, is that a foul? Is that Sandro Tonali giving away a penalty? Well, VAR will look at it. It looked like a blatant foul. Oh, Phil Foden's actually injured, so... Yep, we give away a penalty in less than 3 minutes against a team that really don't need any invitation to score a goal. And we've given them the perfect one. Yellow card for Tonali. And Erling Haaland now with a chance to give City the lead. And saved! Alright, Emi Martinez keeps out Haaland. Let's go. Let's defend the corner as well, boys. Come on. De Bruyne takes. Hummels away. And that's the end of the highlight. So we get away with one there. Sandro Tonali giving away the spot kick. We need him to step up in the absence of Bruno Guimaraes, not make challenges like that. Gvardiol's been booked for them as well. We have had a shot on target. Rodri booked for them. Patterson with a throw for us. Here's Dybala. Big game for Nathan Patterson as well, kind of been thrown into the deep end. Hummels to Van Dijk. And now Tonali. Manages to hold on to it. Hummels. Over to Kimmich. Now Van Dijk. Tonali. Cresswell. Van Dijk. I don't see how we're going to get out of this though. We keep passing it at the back. Hummels finds Dybala. Kimmich takes a touch. And Lautaro Martinez finishes it off. I mean, this guy knows how to finish a chance. I'll give him that. Kimmich with the assist. Alright, if we win this match, we'll call it even for the Arsenal match, Joshua. How about that? But one thing that hasn't changed is Lautaro Martinez knows how to score a goal. Villa have got a third goal against Bournemouth. They've won that match. John McGinn with the goal. And that means we are above Bournemouth as well as Manchester City in the Premier League table. How about that? And considering we've played Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City in our first 4 games, I'd be very, very happy with that. Try and stop shooting from distance. A Kanji throw. Of course, Man City still have a very threatening team, so let's not count our chickens yet. Tonali, are you kidding me? You kidding me, Sandro Tonali? How can that be offside when Tonali passed it to Haaland? Jeez Louise. So Sandro Tonali passes the ball to Erling Haaland from 6 yards out, and Haaland doesn't miss those, so it's 1-1. That's two huge chances Sandro Tonali has gifted them. He's having a really bad game. 6.6 is a very generous rating from my point of view. It's 1-1 at the break. At least we're not losing. Remember the fans as you go out there today? Yes. Amen. What's the second half saying? Cresswell with a good tackle on Nunes. Van Dijk back to Martinez. Here is Virgil again. Fernandes almost lost it. Van Dijk to Cresswell. Van Dijk. Tonali. Okay, not Haaland this time, that's good. Dybala back to Hummels. Tonali. Van Dijk trying to make Man City run around because they do like to press. That's a nice ball by Cresswell. Kudus, who we haven't even seen today, gets ball into a good position, cuts it back. Chance for Cresswell, and Ederson saves. Looking for Cresswell to repeat his antics against Chelsea. Unfortunately, not this time. Fernandes with the corner, away by Nunes. Given away by Kimmich. Well, apart from their penalty and the chance Sandro Tonali put on the platter for them, Man City haven't done much to us, to be honest. No, that's probably jinxed it, but the XG a bit misleading in this match. Alright, Ake to Rodri. Here's Nunes. We know who he's looking for. Haaland's shot. Martinez goes for the punch, but he was offside anyway. On comes Kovacic for Nunes. Yellow card for Bernardo Silva. We'll bring on Lukaku for Lautaro. De Bruyne's free kick headed away by Van Dijk. On by Lautaro. Could be a chance to break here though. Dybala goes back to Patterson, who we haven't seen much from his side, but that might be a good thing. That might mean he's defending well and stopping highlights from happening. Tonali's pass cut out by Ake. What he's doing is not working out at the moment. Ruben Diaz's pass well cut out by Fernandes. Can Fernandes make something happen down the left? No, it can't. Akanji tackles. Kimmich wins it back from Silva. Cresswell to Tonali. Dybala. Kudus. Over the bar. Not a particularly great strike. Now, here comes Lukaku. So Grealish is on for Foden. Kovacic on for Nunes for City. Alright, Guardiola throw for City. De Bruyne back to Romagnoli, who I guess must have come on. I didn't really notice. Ederson, well out of goal, by the way. Guardiola to Grealish. Romagnoli. Guardiola. Grealish bringing it forwards. Can we nick it off him? Seems like it's a no. Cresswell heads it away though. Ruben Diaz heads it down. Silva looking for Haaland, who wins the header, but it's going to just bounce wide. Not really a big threat. Yeah, Romagnoli came on for Ake. And Rodri to Silva. We've got 10 minutes potentially to hang on. Bernardo Silva down the right. Goes back to Akanji. Diaz. Silva. De Bruyne on the edge of the box. Grealish shoots. And Patterson makes for block. I'm glad De Bruyne didn't let fly. I would have been a lot more scared of that. But we get away with it. Again. Silva with the corner though. Away by Hummels. Back in there, and then Cresswell away. Counter-attack? Nah, probably not. Kovacic cuts that pass out, finds Haaland. Can we win it off of him? Lays it off to Bernardo Silva. Almost won that one. Rodri to Haaland. Kovacic has slipped through. And he's missed. Big miss from him there. We'll bring on Casemiro for Kimmich. He hasn't had much game time this season. This might even be his first match. We'll get a few minutes. Yellow card for De Bruyne at a corner. Is this going to be a late chance to win it? Paulo Dybala. Can he pick someone out? I thought it was Van Dijk. It's going to come back to Dybala. Patterson. Oh, he's lost it to De Bruyne. Sure, please don't tell me this is going to be their highlight after all this. Hummels though steps in. Old Dortmund boys there. Patterson down the line to Lukaku. Fernandes with a nice turn. Bruno Fernandes. Cuts it back to Patterson, who goes down. No penalty. Lukaku. Dybala's done it. Paulo Dybala in the 93rd minute. Got the 3 assists in the match against Chelsea, but this time he's the man in the headlines. Lukaku cutting it back to him. And Paulo Dybala has just won us a Manchester derby against all the odds. Tell you what, we've got away with one today, but I'm not going to complain. Huge win. If it is a win, I'm just waiting for the final whistle to go before I celebrate. Paulo Dybala wins the ball back, doing his defensive duty as well. Lukaku playing through an injury, getting an assist off the bench. Fair play to him too. Casemiro across the middle and it's gone in. It's 3-1. It's an own goal by Josko Gvardiol. And that's just the icing on the cake, isn't it? I was just waiting for the final whistle. But we just thought, you know what? Why don't we just have another attack and score another goal? And put this well beyond doubt. I mean, if Gvardiol didn't put that into his own net, Lukaku would have scored, so... Casemiro with a brilliant cross. And a huge Derby Day win for us. Paulo Dybala with a winning goal. Lukaku doing really well off the bench. Emi Martinez as well kept us in that match with some very good saves. And yeah, generally good performances all round. Sorry, Erling, you and Pep gonna be going home with 0 points. And your undefeated season hopes are over, just as mine were against Arsenal. Yep, definitely save that game. Yeah, and that takes us up into third, or joint second with Arsenal, City and Bournemouth, points-wise. But considering the fixtures we played, being 1 point behind Liverpool, is not so much of a bad thing. But yeah, we'll go over that in the recap. Guardiola disappointed at humbling defeat. Yeah, that's right. Alright, well, I guess we'll wrap it up on that very, very positive note. So we'll do a quick recap then. We started by welcoming Chelsea to Old Trafford and picked up a deserved victory. Matt Hummels and Romelu Lukaku both headed in their first goals for the club from Dybala corners. Lukaku won his debut. Lukaku then scored another one in the second half to make it 3-0. And Aaron Cresswell managed to smash home a fourth in added time to add insult to injury for Chelsea. But then we got handed a beating of our own against Arsenal. Thomas Partey left in acres of space to give them the lead. Lautaro managing to equalise, and we managed to escape the first half at 1-1, but immediately after the second half started, a poor header back to the keeper from Josh Kimmich was cut out by Martinelli, giving him an easy finish. And Bukayo Saka scored a brilliant volley, and then another easy goal after being put through to make it 4-1. And then to make matters worse, Bruno Guimaraes picked up a second yellow card, getting himself sent off and ruling him out of the Manchester derby, which as it turns out we did not need him for. The game started early on with Sandro Tonali giving away a penalty, fouling Erling Haaland in the box, but Emi Martinez got up and saved the penalty. A huge moment that ended up being, and we ended up taking the lead not too long later. A great finish by Lautaro Martinez. Who got the assist for that? I can't even remember. But yeah, Kimmich. It was Kimmich, wasn't it? And Man City had some really good chances. And they did get an equaliser. Sandro Tonali basically gifting the ball to Haaland in the 6-yard box. Not a good day for him. And Haaland got the equaliser. And we rode out our luck. Man City had a lot of chances, a lot of misses, saves, blocks. But we managed to snatch a winner in added time when Lukaku's cutback was finished off by Paulo Dybala. And there was even time to make it 3-1 as Casemiro's drilled ball across the middle was put into his own net by Gvardiol. So that leaves the Premier League table looking like this, with 1 point off of the top spot, having played Arsenal, Chelsea and Man City already in our first 4 games. So definitely not mad about that. In the next episode then is going to be an international break, but we'll come back away to Fulham in the Premier League. We'll start our Champions League campaign with a visit of Lazio. And then we'll wrap it up with another pretty big game at home to Tottenham in the league. Yeah, that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream, especially with that ending. I definitely had fun, and I hope to see you on another one in the future. For now, take care and peace.